I want to thank one of my Marine buddies for posting this morning, because it brought back a whole lot of things. I'm going to give you my analysis of something, my opinion, and you take it or leave it, but the Supreme Court should hear what I've got to say. This guy, we've got the United States, let me zoom this in. I want to get this guy's name. Okay. The United States versus Romani or something like that. It's currently pending before the Supreme Court. If you're unfamiliar with his background, this is a potentially difficult case for the court. That's why Mayor Garland sent it up there. This is something else. This has to do, people, with, he had a restraining order, domestic violence against his girlfriend, hit her on the head, hit her head on the dashboard of a car, and different things like that. Okay, Biden's Attorney General Merrick Garland sent this to the fast track to the Supreme Court. Okay, now here's the thing. Number one, and the most obvious one, is when this came about, I wrote, I can't remember his name now. I wrote a congressman about what was going on, and he said he tried to sway them because it was an ex post facto law, but they wouldn't listen. Ex post facto law is a law that's, when it goes into effect, it's supposed to be after the date it was passed. This law went into effect, went all the way back to Adam and Eve. Now, if you look at Article 1, Section 9, said no bill of attainder or ex post facto law shall be passed. Article 1, Section 9. Now, if you don't understand what ex post facto law means, look it up. You can't pass a law that automatically lumps everybody into it. It can only take effect after the date it was passed. So all these cops, now I think this domestic violence law passed in 95, 96, somewhere around in there. 96, I think. Back in 1980, a lot of cops, because they worked second and third shift, had a lot of cheating wives. Wives would take off, leave their kids at home, things like that. So, anyway, these cops addressed their wives about it, and the wives slapped them. They pushed the wife back on the couch, and bingo, they got this slap on the wrist for doing that. Cops did. It's called a misdemeanor. It wasn't no felony back then. You could still keep your guns. You could go buy guns. But when they passed that law in 96, like I said, it's supposed to only take effect after that date. But they went back all the way back to Adam and Eve. You can't do this. This happened in 1980, and to rub salt into the woman's wounds, the guys filed for divorce. They got custody of their kids. And you don't give your kids to somebody who's violent. And like I said, they were still able to go buy guns for another 16 years and not be harassed. It's ex post facto law. It should be null and void. Domestic violence is a bunch of crap. So that's Fuzzy's take on this. You can take it, leave it, don't matter. But that's how it is. That's the truth. I know I got custody of my 3 kids back then, and my buddy got custody of his 4 kids. And he raised them himself. I raised mine for 14 years. So I know what the heck was going on back then. It wasn't pretty. But we raised the kids. The women, well, they went from man to man to man to man. Okay, like I said, it's the ex post facto law. It's null and void. Thanks for watching.